Here we go.
Good afternoon, YouTube. Man, I'm always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bobby Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, this is a second half of my video. As you know, I did one earlier today, and it was for women's physique, women's bodybuilding. You know, this show had a deep lineup, especially with competitors. Also, I saw that they said that this year's Toronto has a record-breaking most competitors. Some of it's pretty much fit model probably, but yeah, I think, it's a good amount of women, especially in women's physique and women's bodybuilding. Also, fitness is one of the second oldest divisions in the IFBB for women. And also there's figure, which is a spin-off of fitness. The ladies didn't want to do all the jump around chicken sweat. So that's why I decided to do two videos. So, it'd be easier because, again, there's so many competitors and it'd be easier just to chop it down, especially this show is big where it has every division. And this is Olympia and Masters Olympia qualification. So here we have the list. It came out a few days ago. We have a few ladies who are in, I think, top competitors. A couple of these ladies are Olympians, multiple-time Olympians. They've even been invited to the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic, and some competed there recently. First off, we have the lovely young Miss Dr. Abby Bolton. And Abby has been in the game for quite some time. She just did both the she did both the Arnold Classic and Arnold UK. Precious young lady, she's also been an Olympian. Next up, we have been one Miss Maria Laura Sorbrelli, and she's from Canada. Don't know much about her, but it seems like she's been competing for quite some time. She's also trying to shoot for the Masters O qualification. She's on the list for that. Next up, we have one Miss Margarita de Berry. She's from Canada also. She hadn't competed some time ago. She last competed actually in bikini, and then now she's making return back to fitness. Next up is a lady who's been my guest before. We have here Sophia Gregory. Last year she got a pro card. She competed at a pro qualifier in UK, but with enough competitors, she applied and she got a pro card. Young lady, great physique. She's been a former gymnast. She's a mom. She just made her pro debut at the Legion, which was last month. Next up, we have the lady who's been a guest on my channel also, the lovely Mrs. Stephanie Jones. Stephanie has been both a multiple-time Olympian, multiple-time Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic competitor. She, one point, she took a switch. She took a step back from fitness and did a sit in wellness. Then came back and got her, I think it was in 2024, she got her third, I believe, or second or third Olympia qualification. She's been an amazing lady, dedicated coach and trainer. It was a pleasure to have her. I wish her best of luck. As she's also trying to shoot for opportunity to compete at the Masters O. Next up, we have one Miss Tara Plum, and this is also a Canadian. She just competed recently at the Legion's Sports Festival. And we have here another Canadian who also has been a guest on my channel, the lovely Mrs. Jessica Zer. As you know, Jessica is a national competitor. She got her Olympic qualification at the Ben Weider some time ago. And she also competed at the Arnold Classic. She got invited. So she's an amazing lady. I think she does well. And I hope maybe this show might get a chance to go back to the Olympia for another time. Now, the list for women's physique is out. And, I'm surprised it's not as deep as, figure. But I'm surprised not as deep as women's physique. I mean, you have quite a few figure competitors. They've been busy. I think there was like a bunch of shows just last month. And a couple of shows. One show was last weekend, which was exclusively a figure Masters and Olympia qualification. So this is the list, and quite a few ladies. Some of the ladies have been guests, and some have followed me on social media. First off, we have the lovely Miss Diane de Freitas. She's from Brazil. She just did the Ultimate Classic almost a couple of weeks ago. She's been in the top 5. Impressive young lady. Great physique. She follows me on social media, so I wish her best of luck. We have here is one Miss Era Bahar from Germany, and she's also Olympian. She's been in the game for quite some time, so this will be, I think, her first show in the season. She hasn't been too active lately. Next up, we have one Miss Brittany Brickman. Now, Miss Brickman actually was doing physique, and then she last competed at Savannah Pro back in 2022. So this will be the first show for her in the season, and also in a new division. Next up, we have is Jennifer Caron. As you know, Miss Caron has been a guest on my channel. She is originally from Canada. She got a pro card at the Toronto Super Show last year. This is going to be a pro debut. She's also works as a police officer, if I remember. but I think she's going to do well. She has a great personality, great physique. She's also trying to shoot for a Masters O qualification. Next up, we have a woman's Ariana De Matito. I don't know much about her. She's from Italy. She actually turned pro last year at the Europa Masters Championship. We have here one Miss Cristela Ella from Guadeloupe. I don't know much about her, but I believe she made her pro debut at the Atlantic coast. So let's see how she does. Next up, we have is one Miss Ayaka Komoi from Japan. Young lady, all the way from Japan. I mean, wow. Bodybuilding is really expanding. So this is going to be her, I think, first show of the season. Next up, we have Sarah Moline. As you know, Sarah is from my backyard of North Carolina. She's from my home state. As you know, she was busy. She had a couple of shows. She last did the Ultimate Classic where she was second. So she was close for Olympic qualification. Coming in here, she might be most definitely the top contender to get this year's Olympic qualification. Next up, we have one Miss, let me get her name right, Mandy Moller, and she's been in the game for quite some time. I think it's been a long time she competed. I think she got a pro card back in 2023. Not much about her. It looked like she did the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic before they dropped Women's Physique from the show. I think, yeah. So, next up, we have here one Adela, sorry, I'm going to say Adela O. I'm going to mess up her name. As you know, she's from Slovakia. She was busy. I think she did at least 4 shows counting she did Puerto Rico, she did the Triple O, she did a show in Georgia, and she did a show in Oklahoma. So, and last year she did at least about 13 shows, plus the Olympia, 14 shows. So she's coming in trying to get a shot for the Olympia. I wish her best of luck. And she follows me on social media. We have here the lovely Mrs. Tamika Tucker. As you know, Miss Tucker, I interviewed her some time ago right after she got a pro card. This is her second show. She was also at Pittsburgh just about a month ago. And also she did the Ultima just a couple of weeks ago. Impressive lady. She also works in her business. Shout out to her sister, Sarah Shannon Barge, who also earned a pro card the same year with her sister at the 2023 national championships. Impressive lady. I know she's very competitive, and also she's a business-minded woman. She runs even her own makeup line and hair accessory line. She's even worked with some competitors at the shows. So wish her best of luck. I think she's a top contender. She did a couple of shows, got a Pittsburgh and also Oklahoma, and I think she was at the Ultimate Classic. And last night we have the lovely Mrs. Karen Wright. And Mrs. Wright, this is going to be her first show of the season. Been competing for quite some time. She's doing both Open and Masters. I believe she turned pro about a couple of years ago, and she made a pro debut at the Masters Championships. So wish her best of luck. Now the show, like I said again, you can go back to my previous video, and you can see the list that I have already put in the link for the show. The main show, the pro show, is going to be on Sunday, amateurs on Saturday. So you want to check out either one. You can click onto the link that I posted into the other video and see which one you got. I already got my I already bought my pay-per-view. I'm gonna check it out. It was reasonable. Wow, it was just a little over $30. I mean, that's pretty good, especially for big of a show. Some of the shows were charging a lot higher, and they weren't as big as this Toronto Super Show. But like I said, I appreciate that. I really do. It saves me a lot of money, especially the cost of things going on these days. But I wish all the ladies the best of luck in the figure division, and I can't wait to see the outcome of this show. And this is man, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.